You guys, welcome to my garden. I'm just joking. This is like a lot, but I'm kind of vibing. So these are real, but they're dried up by now. Also real, but dried up right now. This is fake. Had it part of my Christmas decoration, but I'm kind of loving what's going on over here. Back there is my dead orchid that my mom got me. Sorry, Mom, I tried. She got it for me for my birthday in October, but it's dead. I don't know if I killed it by over watering or under watering, or if it's dead because it's winter time. I don't have a green thumb by any means. That's why I like stuff like branches. Anyway, hi guys, welcome back. Well, y'all can welcome me back. I haven't been here for a while and I want to change that, but it's kind of hard. So no promises, because there's nothing worse than empty promises. The kids are home from school. Second snow day, but they are no longer calling them snow days. They're virtual days. So my kids go to school 5 days a week, and they completely switched that over to now, since they figured everything out with like, hey, we can Zoom this, or hey, we can do classroom, Google Classroom, and we can do Seesaw. Every time there's a snowstorm, we no longer get a snow day, we get a virtual day. So we really don't have any days off from school. And I'm okay with that, but I seriously feel so sorry for my oldest. He is literally in school all day. Like today, he finishes at 2, which is like, it's like snowing outside. It's so beautiful out there, and he's stuck inside. My younger ones, school is not as intense, like virtual is not as intense. With Janelle, I think I finished everything with her in like an hour and a half. Joshua is pretty independent. I just check everything. Took him about 2 hours. But Nathan, he's on a time schedule. He needs to like meet the class at like 10:10, and like class is over at like 11, and then they're back at like at 11:45. He's on a schedule, and it's all live. So it's interesting, but you know, you do your best. It is what it is. I wanted to cook. Some plov. I make plov like once a week or once every 2 weeks. It's one of those things where nobody's picky about it. Everybody in the house eats it. So I'm going to do that. I thought I would have you guys join me, do a little maybe time lapse. I don't even know where I'm going with this, but I wanted to do a little, you know, video update because I have been MIA. I am so sorry about that, but so many people write to me like telling me they miss my videos and they want me on, and I'm like, I promise you I will try, but you know, I don't know if I can record several times a week. It's just a lot for me at the moment. Anyway, you guys, so yeah, I do miss recording. I do miss you guys, so I do apologize. Enough about that though, right? Like, I'm here. Let's do this, right? I hope I'm not forgetting everything, but here are the ingredients for the chicken and rice, the plov that I'm making. Some olive oil, some butter. I use some chicken stock, a full onion, some bay leaves, a whole head of garlic, carrots. I always have too much carrots, but I love extra carrots in our plov. Some salt. I measured about maybe 3 cups of rice, roughly. And this is about 2 pounds of chicken. Okay, so while that is cooking, I wanted to talk about something. First, I wanted to talk about the mouse trap that we have here on our kitchen table. You can tell the kids are home, right, from school. So obvious, right? This thing gets like put up and destroyed several times a day. But anyway, I wanted to talk about the perfect bar. So I work with such a cool gal. Her name is Kate. And she eats these all the time. And every time she would open up a package, I'm like, listen, that smells amazing. I need to try that. It is so good. I love peanut butter. When I smell this in the room, I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to try it. So I went to Wegmans, and this is in the refrigerated section. So you have to find it there. It's the dark chocolate chip peanut butter one. It is high in calories, but guys, it is literally like a full meal. I am obsessed. It's 330 calories. And here, I'll pause for a sec and I'll let you guys read. The nutrition facts. I am obsessed. I cannot stop eating them. This is my second pack. My kids love them. I let them split it in half and share. But this is so good. It's organic, non-GMO, 20 plus superfoods. I love it. It keeps you full for such a long time. And there's like little chocolate chips on top. And it just doesn't taste like your typical protein bar. It just doesn't. It is delicious. And I recommend this. And if you guys try it, please let me know how you like it. Beware. I warned you, it is addictive. I don't think you will ever stop if you try. Okay, my plov is done. And it looks bomb. And I'm going to try it. And I know I'm gonna love it because this recipe is like amazing. It's like I never messed it up. I'll actually link the recipe in below so you guys can try it for yourselves. I memorized the recipe up by now, and I kind of tweaked it a little bit. And once you get comfortable with the ingredients in the recipe, you can tweak it yourself too. I'm also trying to be a little bit quieter because Nathan is in the middle of class. He should be done any minute now, but the kids are on their iPads and Nathan is in class, so it's a little quiet in the house. But I wanted to try it. It is so good. I'm like curious to know what recipe do you kind of make regularly because the family eats it without a problem. Like this is one of those meals where my family just eats well. Everybody eats well, so I make it regularly because it works. It has never failed me yet. So Genna is going to get me a coffee.
I will.
I'm having a Red Bull because I am tired.
Yes,
I took a 45-minute nap today. That's how he found me today when he came home from work.
So what was that thing that was laying here?
Janelle found it. I took a part from the back somewhere. Where is it?
I put in the bag. I have no clue where it's from.
Janelle, where's that thing from, the plastic part from the car?
Under the seat? Where? Under the seat?
Under Papa's seat? Where did it go? Where did you get the black part from?
Under my seat.
Did you break it?
I know.
You see where you see your turn?
I see where it needs to go. It's fine.
Janelle, buckle up. Anyway, we're going to go drop off a check for Sasha and Natasha. And then we're going to get some coffee. Sasha, Natasha, and Ryan.
Guys, it's gonna snow Monday again.
How bad?
Like all day.
From what?
Probably you're gonna have another school, home day or something. Virtual school learning. Home day, virtual school learning. Like, I don't even know what it's called. Usually back in the day, you stay home.
You have a snow day.
Snow day. Now it's like school learning day virtually.
At home.
I couldn't find the word. At home.
I know. What a weird time we're living in, right?
Yeah.
They don't even have snow days anymore.
I don't think they're gonna have any more snow days.
I don't think that we're ever going back to that. They figured out a
I
system.
did exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's true.
unfortunately, they have to do it this way. But
Yeah, it is what it is.
it is what it is.
It is what it is. Hey, where is your jacket? It is 31 degrees. Janelle, how did you get away with that?
Let me see if the guy made a move yet.
What move? Oh my gosh, you guys. He literally pays a membership. How much did you pay?
$100 a year.
Oh.
And it's the diamond. It's like the highest.
So he's paying $100 a year to play chess. Let me see.
Online. No, but you
It's
go
live.
through.
It's live.
Yeah, but
And he's like, you know who I found here? I found Vic Flamenco, and he's rated really high.
He's rated really high, like almost 2,000.
So you're gonna play him one day? Is that your goal?
I'm not ready for that.
But you're gonna play him one day?
I'm rated about, right now my rating is like 1090, and I'm beating this guy who's rated at like probably 1050. So I'm probably gonna be over 1100, but still. But these guys are, the thing about this, why I'm paying, is because they have lessons, they have openings, they have Queen's Gambit, they have defenses, and now I know the Italian game, Sicilian defense, and the Scandinavian defense, and then the Slav defense, so it's different games, and then D4 E4 starts. So otherwise you can probably find it on YouTube, but it's going to be so disorganized on YouTube. Here it's all in one place, and it's $100 a year. It's not it's not a month.
This reminds me, like, if you guys haven't learned by now, my husband is a bit geeky. But I
told somebody at work, they're like, what are you playing chess? I'm like, yeah. I said, oh, you playing somebody? Because they saw a name. I'm like, yeah. They're like, who are you playing? I'm like, I don't know, just like somebody. I went into a tournament and I'm playing. I have no clue who this guy is. Oh, that's nice. You know how to play? I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, I used to be in the chess club in high school, and I'm like, is that like dorky? And they're like, no, my son's in chess club. I'm like, okay, cool. Well, that doesn't eliminate the fact
that it's dorky.
I mean, we both can be pretty dorky,
No, but he was telling me, I found, what seminary is this again?
Assemblies of God and Theological Seminary, AGTS.
No. What's the other one?
Reformed Theological Seminary.
Reformed. He's like, I found these lectures online. He's so excited. He's like, I have about 30 hours of lectures I can listen to, and he's so happy. He's like, aren't you excited? I'm like, yes.
No.
I'm like, how does that make you happy to listen to 30 hours of a lecture?
I have a 9-hour flight to California coming up, and a 9-hour flight back. So that's 18 hours. Plus, you're thinking standing in line, getting your luggage, car, blah, blah, blah. I add another 2 hour per trip. So let's say 11 hours a piece. You have 22 hours of free time coming up. Where
I'm like, if I knew I had 22 hours of travel time, I would be dreading. He's like, yay, it's free time.
Yeah, because I'm going to have my earphones in. Actually, Alina's earphones in. And I'm trying to figure out what lectures I'm lining up.
What
all
are
the lectures.
Earphones?
What headphones?
They're not
Your Apple Pods, right? AirPods.
Yeah, he's having a really hard time with his vocabulary today. Yeah,
they're all technical.
Yeah, he bought me AirPods, and yesterday he tried them, and he's like,
wow, they're
actually really, really good. I'm like, yes, honey, they are.
So yes, I'm going to be listening to 22 hours worth of lecture of Reformed Theological Seminary hermeneutics course. Hopefully,
he's taking a hermeneutics course at the moment, but he's going to listen to another university's hermeneutics course.
It's not another university's. It's another viewpoint.
Yes.
I'm listening to. I go to Assemblies of God's Pentecostal school, so it's like under a subheading of evangelical. Reformed theology is not evangelical, so it's Calvinistic, Reformed. So I'm going to listen to their viewpoint. And so far, I agree with their viewpoint more, which was my viewpoint to begin with a long time ago. But anyway, so I'm going to listen to two viewpoints. For example, I mean, I can be pretty boring, but where do you find meaning in text? That's the ultimate question.
Okay, we are not getting into this. If you're interested, you can listen to his podcast. Hopefully, I'll have a link for you very soon. Goodness gracious.
Where do you find meaning? It's in the author, right? Well, is it in the text or is it an author? Well, it's an author as written in text, but there's something that the author had in mind when he was writing the text. So, for example, Paul wrote something to the Corinthians, and then he says, well, the first time I wrote to you, I meant to say this, and I didn't mean to not touch a woman. I meant to, like, you have to have your own woman. So he was misunderstood, so he reapplied himself again. So the meaning came from what he intended to say. And a lot of times it's what he writes down, but he has to clarify himself. But ultimately, the issue with the Bible is there are two authors. There's God and there's man. And how do you know God's mind? You have to look at the text. But sometimes God's revelation goes much beyond even what a human can possibly write down, because they didn't understand. They were limited. So you have to account for that. And evangelicals will say, well, you don't know what God intended. You can only judge based on what's in the text. But that's true. But the author himself, David, didn't know that when he was writing a psalm about a suffering servant that it was going to apply to Christ on the cross. Anyway.
You guys, he could go on and on. Do
go.
not test him.
That's
That's true. No, but he did begin recording with his buddies, Dave, Clark, and Ilya.
He's the video. He's the media.
He's a media team.
He's what makes it happen.
He's the brains, the media brains.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So he's started recording a podcast with his buddies. So hopefully that will be going live soon. How do you have a time frame?
Yeah, we're going to record a bunch of stuff just to kind of have a lot of stuff.
Like a library, yeah.
Yeah.
And then post one at a time.
One at a time, probably once a week. We're recording twice a week, but.
Twice a month.
Twice a month, yeah. We're recording twice a month. So right now we have. Well, we only recorded one time. The first time we gathered.
You have three. Don't you have 3 sessions?
We have
already?
3, yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll probably have 10 in the pipeline, and then we kind of go live at that point.
Cool. Alrighty. So we just pulled into Yum Yums, and Anna's letting the kids come with him. I wanted a coffee, and they wanted donuts, so we are not going to Starbucks anymore. We're going to Yum Yums to do it all. And guess what? I met the owner of Yum Yums. Well, I met the wife. And now that I know who the people are, it makes you want to support the business even more. They're local to us. They're like across the street from my in-laws' house. And we absolutely love Yum Yums to begin with. So now I feel like it's more of a reason to stop by Yum Yums. Which ones did you get?
Okay, so.
Red velvet.
And
right?
you needed the cheese, the cream cheese thing.
Who did that?
I did it. Like, that's the really good thing here.
Okay.
And then powdered. My favorite donut, powdered.
Powder.
Chocolate crullers, I was thinking of you.
Thank you.
All right, and then chocolate sprinkles, no sprinkles.
Mm-hmm.
Strawberry sprinkles, no sprinkles. And then 1 vanilla sprinkles.
And this blueberry.
Blueberry, Joshua, and then French cruller.
French cooler, you.
For you.
You like the French cooler.
No.
And chocolate for you, Janelle. Josh, what about you? Strawberry?
No, yeah, I got
We got
the
coffees.
strawberry and the blueberry one.
Mm-hmm. So they're eating their donuts outside so that we don't get sprinkles everywhere. Meanwhile, Papa went inside Home Depot to get more salt for our sidewalk.